Hi guys, welcome back. Gareth here. The topic of today's video blog or vlog is books that are useful for health and fitness. And I'll start right off with the absolute best book I've ever read on the note of health and fitness, and that is How to Eat, Move and Be Healthy by Paul Chek. Now, to be very honest, I say it with no flattery or exaggeration at all. This is literally the single best book I've read on health and fitness. It's going to teach you how you should eat, what you should eat, when you should eat, exercise, sleep, water, fungus and parasite, everything. It's all in there. It is magnificent. Next, and this is in no order of importance, but on the note of nutrition, this is the Metabolic Diet, and this is going to help you really select the foods that your body needs. That is going to help you reduce cravings, that's going to help you lose fat, reverse disease, etc. Moving along to a very, very important part of health, and that is breath or breathing. This is by James Nestor. Breath, the New Science of a Lost Art. Excellent book. This is going to give you the basics on breathing, why you should be breathing through your nose, how human beings have evolved and devolved when they're not breathing correctly. Another one on the topic of breathing, on a slightly different note, this goes into a few more psychological aspects. This goes into a few things on the note of therapy, but this is Holotropic Breath Work by Stanislav Grof and Christina Grof. Anything by Stanislav Grof on the note of breath work, consciousness, and yeah, he's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Moving along to a topic I'm very passionate about. That's Why We Sleep. This is by Matthew Walker, PhD. This is undoubtedly one of the most important books I've ever read. Since I read it, I have prioritized 8 or more hours sleep every night of my life with almost no negotiations. There are very few reasons why I won't sleep more than 8 hours. And this book really taught me a lot about why that's necessary. Continuing on sleep, The Sleep Revolution by Arianna Huffington. She's absolutely excellent. I thoroughly enjoy her podcast as well. It's called the Thrive Global Podcast. Once you read this book, you're going to be, for sure, on your own note, but you're going to be telling other people they need to sleep 8 hours a night. This is an excellent book, especially if you're undersleeping. Moving along to a few other topics of health which are still very useful. The Circadian Code by Sachin Panda, PhD. Absolutely excellent book. This is a book which really helped me transform my fasting regime. I used to do intermittent fasting and then I moved to time-restricted eating. This book speaks about that and really just how we should be living naturally according to our circadian rhythms. Stuff like light really affects that. And if you think back to natural or Paleolithic times, we didn't have all this light. It got dark, we sat around the fire, and a couple hours later you went to bed nice and early. On to an excellent textbook, Desk Bound by Dr. Kelly Starrett, and he has another fantastic book called Becoming a Supple Leopard, both phenomenal. This one really highlights the problems that come with living a sedentary life. Sedentary, aka sitting for 8 to 10 to 12 hours a day. As you can see, all these red marks on the neck, the back, the glute, they really become pain points in our life. Moving along, again, this is a higher level of fitness as I would describe it, but this is Unplugged by Brian McKenzie and Dr. Andy Galpin. Anything by any of these two is absolutely excellent, even if it's just on Instagram. But this book speaks about a few important topics. For me, the main takeaways were really avoiding EMFs, but also not being dependent on technological devices telling us you burnt this many calories and that's why you should eat that much food. Excellent book and excellent writers. And then last but not least, I just could not leave it out. This is Special Strength Development for All Sports by Louis Simmons, and the important part here is West Side Barbell on the note of strength and getting stronger and reducing injuries in literally any sport. There is not a better human being on the face of the planet than Louis Simmons and Westside Barbell. They have the most world records in powerlifting. They are undoubtedly the strongest gym in the world, and he is undoubtedly the best strength and powerlifting coach that has ever lived. And these books by him comprise basically all of his teachings through dozens or decades of years from legendary Russian trainers and the like. I hope some of these are useful to you. I certainly, as have mentioned, if you're looking for a starting point, How to Eat, Move and Be Healthy by Paul Chek, and you will be in great hands. Enjoy.